It was such a peaceful night. I finally made it into my dream school and everything was going perfectly. Plus, this bed is really comfortable. Like, really comfortable. Is that my alarm? Ugh. I should probably get up now. Yeah, I should just get up now. Before I knew it, it was already morning. That bus ride really got to me. Ugh. I got out of bed and looked around. Floss was nowhere to be seen. I picked up my phone and looked at the time. 7:19? I'm supposed to be at breakfast at 7. I immediately scrambled to get dressed and ready. I can't believe I'm running late on my first official day of classes. I grabbed my schedule and some supplies as I headed out the door. Outside the door was Floss, who was staring at the plants in the hall.
Oh, you're up now. Let's head to breakfast.
After apologizing to Floss for making them wait for me, we made our way to the cafe. After grabbing a few dishes we wanted to try, Floss and I joined Iris and Sabia at a table. Sabia was cheerful as ever, and Iris was half awake.
So this is your roomie, huh? They totally seem super cool. Not many people have the luck to get great roommates. In fact, I've heard a lot of scary stories about ending up with awful people.
Oh, I've heard a number of those stories before. Like, some of them ending up being total slobs, bullies, or even murderers. There's some pretty interesting stuff on the internet.
What type of stuff are you looking up, Iris? I'm a little worried now.
Same.
Why are you three looking at me like that?
You know, I shouldn't be so surprised now that I think about it.
Why is that, Sabia?
Well, once we made it to our dorm room, I got to see some of her stuff. Because Iris is really into spells and all that spiritual stuff, which is pretty cool.
Whoa, that's pretty interesting.
Personally, I haven't dabbled into any of that. But it does sound like a hobby someone could really enjoy.
Yeah, I'll share one of my projects with you all once I figure it out. Oh, and it's a good thing our rooms are close. Maybe we can have a sleepover or something too later on.
Ooh! That sounds fun!
I'd enjoy that.
Sounds like a plan, I guess. After we made a plan to hang out once Iris perfected one of her mysterious projects, we finished our breakfast and headed to put away our trash. Nearby, we overheard a few students whispering about something.
Psst. Did you hear about that one professor?
Huh? Are you talking about that one professor that seems to go on tangents when literature is brought up?
Yeah, the one that people say kicked out a student for the rest of the semester after bringing up a very simple topic during an open discussion? Well, apparently, it was a super touchy topic for him. I heard that the student that got kicked from the class was expelled not even a couple of days after what they did.
Whoa. I'm kind of nervous now. Last night I checked my schedule and saw I had Professor Lignus for one of my classes. It was one of my morning classes, which means I'm probably gonna be in big trouble. I hope that I don't accidentally fall asleep during one of his lectures.
Yikes. I also have one of his classes, but in the afternoon. With your luck, you're a gunner. Well, have fun with that. I'm off to see if there are any hotties arriving at my first class this morning.
Hey, this school isn't some dating simulator. Wait up!
What was that?
Oh boy, I'm gonna fall asleep if I'm not careful.
Well, I'm up to build a harem. Woo!
What?
That was so unexpected.
Hey, you kids better stop messing around and get to your classes. It's almost 5 minutes until classes start.
Oh, dang, really?
Big yikes.
Guess we should hurry, or we'll be late.
Kids these days. I can still remember it like it was yesterday.
I quickly glanced at my schedule and navigated my first class. Room 402B. It should be over here, right? I nervously glanced at each door in the hallway and I still didn't see my classroom. What should I do? What should I do? "402B, 402B, where is it? At this rate, I'm going to be late. I only have a couple more minutes until classes start." I continued to search in this hallway, but still didn't find the room. Now what? Who am I kidding? I'm not going to find the classroom at this rate. There must be at least one other student wandering around who knows where this classroom is. I looked around for a few seconds. Aha! I see someone. There was a guy who just walked out of a classroom in the hall I was in. He held a confident posture and carried himself with a noticeable amount of dignity. Maybe he can help. It's now or never, Ep.2. Just say something. Hey. Excuse me. Do you mind sparing a minute or two? I kind of can't find my class and I'm going to be late.
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to help. I was just helping someone else find their class. You can call me Ribus.
I'm Ep.2.
Nice to meet you, Ep.2. Now, what classroom are you looking for?
It's 402B.
Cool. That's where I'm headed as well.
That's convenient. Lead the way.
Professor Okuna is pretty chill, so no need to worry about being this late.
That's a relief.
Well, after you.
Welcome, you two. I guess that's everyone then. I've just told everyone else about my 7-minute disruption policy. Since you already know, I'll inform dear Ep.2 about this for future reference. If you are late by 7 or more minutes and disrupt the class, I'll have to send you to the headmaster's office. If you're not 7 more minutes late, I won't be harsh. I'm pretty flexible compared to some of the other instructors.
Hey, let's sit over there. No use standing by the door during all of class.
Right. I sat down at a table in the corner next to Ribus while the professor continued to introduce her class expectations.
Well, that's about it for now. If I remember any more policies or customs in this class, I'll bring it up. I do hope that we all get along well. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot. There's a new student I would like you all to meet. Feel free to introduce yourself, Ribus.
Ribus?
Why, thank you, Professor. While some of you may have met me earlier, for those who haven't yet, I'm Ribus. You may have noticed that I was out helping students earlier today, and even set up the dorm assignment tables if you were here extra early. Well, after months and months of training and hard work, it is my honor and privilege to welcome you all here as Flora Academia Student Body President. I am here to assist, guide, and encourage all of you here for as long as I am capable. If you have any concerns, ideas, or questions, feel free to ask me anytime. I'll be happy to assist in any way I can.
Whoa, he said that super wholeheartedly.
Well said. Thank you, Rybus.
I remember briefly seeing the role of the student body here when I was researching the school back then. There were so many trials, tests, and recommendations needed to even try to become a part of it. Especially becoming the body president? That must have taken such a long time.
Well, now I guess it's finally time to start class. Rather than jumping straight into the boring lectures, why don't you all get into groups based on the people at your tables? Get to know each other a bit. Share something interesting about yourself. I'll set a timer, okay? Have fun.
There were only 2 other people at my table. There was Rybus and some other girl. She looks kind of familiar. Long, icy blue hair and a prim posture. Ah, it was that one girl who was arguing in the cafe.
Well, you two already know me. For the sake of this, I'll say it again. My name is Rybus. What should I share? I actually have an older sibling who was the student body president here around 9 or so years ago, which is cool.
Huh. So it's a generational thing for your family?
Kind of, I guess. I just happen to really enjoy having this responsibility and using it to help others. Plus, I've really looked up to my sibling, so I guess I followed them in their steps a bit.
I see. That's pretty great that you have that in common.
I guess so.
I'm Echium. Nice to meet you two.
Echium, huh? That's quite the name.
Thanks? Well, I've always wanted to attend this school since elementary. I don't know, it just seems so much more welcoming and provides a lot of things my other school couldn't. So, super glad that I'm able to be here today and meet you two.
Aw, that's sweet. My family always wanted me to attend here, and I did. So I guess that's how things turned out for me.
This school does indeed offer more than those lower-level educational buildings. However, there are far more elite institutions around the globe. This one just happened to be one that I got in, and it was closer to home, so there.
Ah, I see.
Nothing like being close to home.
Well, anyways, you two have talked a lot. Now it's my turn to take the spotlight. Ahem. My name is Felicia Antoinette Crystalona Sandione II.
Dang, that's a long name.
My family is quite well known for its development in the textile and publishing industries, along with much more.
Oh, cool.
So if you see any name-brand elegant fashion pieces in this district, it will most likely be from my family's eloquent business.
Ah.
I feel so bad for those who aren't able to even touch any of those spectacular pieces from my family.
She seems a little too focused on her family name. Are there other things she talks about?
Well, I'm sure I may have heard of your family's business, at least once when I was traveling.
Only at least once? How absurd! Our brands are identifiable immediately by how expensive and valuable they are, so you must be lying.
I'm not.
You are indeed. You dare try to belittle my family's name?
No. I am just saying that I am not well acquainted with those companies. That's all.
I'll take it as I will. What about you, whatever weird name you said? Are you familiar with my family's legacy in the textile and publishing industries? Speak up. Why the long pause, huh? If you know it, say it.
If I'm going to be honest,
Hello?
I have no idea what company she's talking about.
Are you going to say anything? So rude.
Hey, Felicia. Give them some time, will you? I'm sure HM is aware of the brands, but maybe step back just a little.
Step back? It's a simple question. Nothing hard to answer.
Well, it's just that.
This incompetent newbie can't even answer a simple question.
Hey, please don't call them that.
Don't you dare tell me what to say.
But why don't we talk about something else?
I have full rights to do and say whatsoever I wish.
Right. I just think that maybe you...
Guess you're incompetent too, President Boy. I bet all of that hard work was for nothing. Far from what my family has gone through to get where it is.
Hold on. Don't bring my family into this. I've worked for years to get to this point now. All of this was to help others when I had the opportunity to be here.
Hey, please stop.
Abilities to do what, To ridicule other students just because you believe you are of a higher status just because of some silly title?
That sounds like the exact thing she's doing.
I am not doing that at all. And this is not some silly title.
Can we drop it already?
All of you people are like this. Ugh! I knew I shouldn't have sat at this table. You two are such a disgrace to this generation. I've met extraordinary individuals who have surpassed over 4 times the amount accomplished than the two of you combined.
Please stop.
That is no way to speak to others.
I should say the same. You're abusing that newfound power of yours.
I said that's not what I'm here for.
Sure. Like I'm going to listen to some wannabe leadership role model.
Oh, looky there. I guess my timer went off. You all get comfortable back into your seats, and let's get this first lesson on the road, yeah?
I won't forget this.
Yeah.
Now, let's see here.
Apart from the crazy argument earlier, class was pretty laid back. We were reintroduced to the basic fundamentals and even got our first assignment for the year. Luckily, it didn't look too hard, so hopefully my starting days here won't be full of difficult tasks. What's her problem?
Oh, hey, Chim.
Hey, are you two still fighting?
Oh, not really? For some reason, she still has some bad blood with me or whatever. She had no right to say some of those disrespectful sentences. It's only the first official day of classes, and I've already met a rebel. Things sure are going to be interesting.
Yeah, as long as she doesn't keep up that act for too long.
Indeed. It'll be a pain for sure.
A girl quickly made her way over to Ribus.
Excuse me, President. The headmaster would like to meet up with the student body for a quick meeting right now.
Ah, I see. Thank you for informing me, Vice. Well, I must be off now. Etchum, it was great meeting you today. May we see each other again during class later.
Right. See you later, then. What's next? Opening my schedule book, I flipped to the first semester and glanced over today's order of events. Huh? It seems as though this school offers a lot of free time. Well, that's nice. I'm not too keen on what extracurricular activities or clubs are offered here, but maybe I can find out more today. Perhaps there may be some students who know more downstairs. After passing many doors and lockers, I ended up standing at the top of the entrance stairs. The chandelier was glimmering brightly and the rails were all so shiny. Whoa, this feels like I'm at some royal palace or something. This view is pretty crazy. A moment later, I heard a familiar voice at the bottom.
So that's how you make one of those.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty simple, actually. Just don't overthink it.
Man, you make it look super easy. I've tried to make a few other shapes, such as cranes and boats, but they never work out for me.
I know I heard that voice somewhere before.
Have you tried watching tutorials?
Ugh, yeah. The videos are always too quick and I don't have enough time before they get to the next step.
Ah, I can see that being an issue. Maybe I could show you how to make a few later on tonight, since we share a dorm together.
But who was it again?
You know what? I'd be down for that. I also need to show you some of the games I brought with me.
Yeah, definitely.
I carefully walked down the steps and ended at the foot of the entrance.
Hey, hand me that plane you made. I want to see if it flies good.
Sure. Here.
I finally recognized who that voice belonged to. Ah, you're the cafe guy.
Hey, look who it is. It's the indecisive cuisine person. Glad we crossed paths again.
It was then that our neat little reunion was briskly interrupted.
Heads up! Let's see how far this little guy goes.
Ack. Ugh.
Oh, geez, sorry.
Apparently, the guy standing next to Makia sent a paper airplane off with a huge gust of wind, and it just so happened to hit me smack in the middle of my head. Sheesh. How much power did he put into that?
The distance is good, just not the precision. Here, let me help you up.
Thanks. That was unexpected. Next to Makia was a rough guy with a surprisingly neat style.
My bad.
Well, that's one way to meet Mirika.
I am perfectly capable of introducing myself, thank you.
Yeah, I know. Well, anyways, Mirika, meet Echium. Echium, meet Mirika.
Hi.
Hey.
What was with that sigh, huh? I'm not the one who hit someone with a plane with full power.
I'm sure you two will get along very well.
No, we won't.
Well, I see a bright friendship in the works.
No, you don't.
It's so obvious.
No.
No, it isn't. No.
You all are too funny.
Strange noise went through the air a moment later.
I'm pretty hungry right now. Hey, since the cafe's been open for lunchtime around 10 minutes ago, why don't we all grab a meal together?
Oh, now that you mention it, I'm getting pretty hungry right now too. Why not?
I don't know.
Another strange noise was heard.
I guess so. I'm a little hungry.
Great. Let's go grab some lunch.
The three of us walked through the line of options set before us. From juicy steaks to luscious salad bar choices, the combinations were endless. What should I get? I decided to ask Makia for another recommendation since his earlier pick was surprisingly delicious. Hey, Makia?
What's up, Ep.2?
Oh, I just wanted to know some other things you would recommend.
Ooh, okay.
Makia then pointed to some buttery garlic potato cubes, grilled chicken, and toasted asparagus. Whoa, that looks like it could be a really good meal. I'll go with it. When I got to the very end, I grabbed a cup and filled it with refreshing lemonade. Then I made my way over to sit at a table with the two.
I told you that's why he looked at you strangely.
I guess so. I couldn't help but point it out to the teacher.
Even if you almost risked getting in trouble on your first day?
Yeah. Did you even need to ask me that? You know I haven't had the best record since the start. There's far more interesting things to do.
Oh, that's true. Well, apart from Mirika deciding to make a blood statement in our class this morning, Ep.2, how have classes gone for you so far?
Oh, my first class was pretty alright. I may have lost track of time when I was trying to find the class and cut it close when I managed to get there, but there was this one argument I witnessed earlier.
Argument? What type of stuff have you been doing?
I didn't really cause it or anything. I mean, I did struggle with answering that one girl's question, but I didn't want to be yelled at. Well, we got asked to share a bit about ourselves to the others sitting at the same table, and there was this one girl. She, seemed to be very involved in her family's reputation or something, and may have started yelling at the student body president.
Oh.
Yeah. I tried to stop them, but they kept rambling on until the professor had to stop the activity ahead of her initially planned time.
Hey, is the girl by any chance named Felicia?
Yeah, that's her name, now that I remember.
Ugh. I'm not surprised one bit. I hate that rich little snob with a burning passion. It's a real burden to know she attends this place. Out of all institutions, why did it have to be here where I am? Ugh.
Hold on. Weren't you and Felicia fighting or something yesterday at the cafe entrance?
Oh, guess we were. That was when I found out that I had to put up with seeing her stupid face for another 4 years. From the start of high school and up, it's like I can never escape from her.
Let's talk about something else and finish lunch. Enough talking about this Felicia girl.
Yeah. We carried on with other topics such as what some of the other professors might be like and what potential after-school activities were available. Once we cleared our plates, we cleaned up and headed to another spot in the school. I joined Mirika and Makia as we made our way to the front of the school. As the bright blue sky flashed a bunch of light when we stepped outside, there were large groups of students gathering together. I wonder what this is all for. I pushed my way through huddles of students to finally be able to see what they were all looking at. There were a few large signs with names that were decorated nicely or just barely. I saw some posters that had words quickly painted, flowers surrounding the center, little trinkets or goodie bags on the sides, and others even had interactive activities or challenges involved. I guess those are some of the extracurricular activities offered here.
Ah, so this is what brought so many students to the front of the school.
Clubs and whatnot, huh?
I guess so. There's so many to choose from.
Nothing like divide and conquering. I'm off to see what sports team the school has.
I guess I'll do likewise then.
I saw the two guys walk off to explore what activities were displayed. Makia seemed to joyfully walk over to what looked like a soccer team leader who was showing off their cleats. On the other side of the academy's front yard was Mirika, who walked around slowly and glanced at each poster he passed until he got to the literature club. Rather than just standing here, I should go and see what's available. Now, where should I start? I started to slowly travel through each display and activity leader, while carefully trying not to accidentally bump into any other students who are eagerly crowding around each section.
Come join the gardening club. New experiences and lessons can sprout in the future.
Want to try some sweet treats? Have a taste and try out a few made by our very own members. If you join, who knows what you'll wake up.
Hey you! Yes, you. Why don't you try out some of these sports? We have quite the selection here. You can become a number 10 ace for one of our volleyball teams, a strong basketball player, a speedy runner, a team manager, and so much more!
Interested in applying the random knowledge you know today? Compete in scholarly competitions around the area and show the world what you know.
I don't think I can retain that much information to do something like that.
Oi! No matter how inexperienced you are, come join the chess club. We'll help you improve, and maybe you can play against one of the skillfulest chess players out there on a stage in front of many. Though you may lose, you could still get a shiny medal.
That sounded like a really detailed description. I don't know if chess is my thing though. I continued to talk to a few club leaders and even got to see some cool pictures of previous club members from a few posters. I continued to look around until I noticed someone I've seen before.
No problem. I'm sure you can make quite the difference in this academy's order and conduct. Feel free to ask me if you have any questions later, and I'll be happy to answer them.
Huh? It's that one student body member that brought up an urgent meeting or something to Ribus earlier. Oh, hey! I see you're speaking about the role of the student body here.
Indeed. Looks like someone's a little interested,
I saw you earlier today with Ribus.
Ribus wasn't able to make it here because of the meeting I brought up to him. Oh, right! You must have been in class with Ribus earlier. Your face does look a tad familiar. Splendid. Well, if you didn't know, my name is Daphne. I'm the vice president of the student body here. As I said to many others, it is my duty to assist each student with the best of my abilities, and to guide this school to be lawful and orderly, with the students being my top priority. By the way, what's your name, curious freshman?
It's Echium.
Great. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here. And remember, if you would like to help the student body in any way, there are some simple jobs we can always have help with, such as organizing documents and cleaning, so feel free to contact me anytime, alright?
Right. Bye. So much time passed as I explored each display at the front of the school. There was only one more left to look at. Unlike the other clubs, this one was near the front gate with a very focused crowd surrounding what looked to be a short performance or comedic act.
Whoa, this looks like it would be really fun.
How do they act so easily? Oh, it's crazy.
I could never.
What are these students talking about? I struggled to find a decent spot to stand where I could find a view that wasn't blocked or crowded. Once I found an okay spot, there were two people performing some sort of comedic and dramatic skit, while this one guy had his hands on his hips and was leaving comments on the acting every so often.
Why hast thou cheateth on thee? Was it a result of thee poor onion breath, or forgetting to clean the dishes in the sink?
Alas, mine own heart had been torn by the risk of almost dropping thine own croissant one summer's night.
Ha! Interesting. Keep going.
But thine didst no harm to thee. 'Twas but a fickle of the moment.
Though fickle, was a tremendous shout of air from thy lungs in the midst of dear crickets chirping.
At least thou didst not unintentionally encourage thine to drop a hard-shelled meat, cheese, and lettuce sort of delicacy on a paved lot.
Great!
Oh, to thee, dear onion breath love, 'twas but a mere mistake of the way to one's heart and mind. Let us walk to this one burger joint, and then walk away from this one burger joint, while falling to the tune of a melody.
Off to thy fast food joint then, my dearest.
And scene! Spectacular! Just spectacular! A big round of applause, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary pals.
This skit was pretty good, to be honest. I clapped along with the crowd and even cheered a bit. The guy who seemed to be in control of this little comedic skit walked closer to the audience and began to charismatically talk.
Well, hello there, everyone. The theater club is back at it again with a brand new start to this acting season. I graciously appreciate all of you spectacular students for taking the time to enjoy and even possibly consider joining this club. You won't regret it one bit. Unfortunately, this is the last performance for the day. Come back later this week to see what else we've come up with, or to even join this club. I'll be happy to welcome new stars with open arms.
Wow. I wish that I could have the amount of confidence and charisma that he just radiated. I don't think theater would be my thing. However, if it's something small, then maybe in the future, I guess. I waited for a few minutes as the students made their way back inside, since it was getting closer to dinner already. I didn't want to get caught up with the long line, so I decided to wait a bit and glance at the posters for the theater club. Suddenly, I noticed that one of the papers from one of the posters fell off and the wind was blowing it away. I ran to grab the paper without thinking, and once I went to reach for the paper, the guy who was talking to the crowd earlier beat me to it. Our fingers just barely grazed each other's before we both stood up.
Oh, those darn papers just can't stick nowadays with just a glue stick or tape, huh? Why must these things be so difficult sometimes? Huh? Why, hello there! It's yours truly, theater club leader and acting extraordinaire, Lithram. And who might I have the honor of knowing one's name?
My name's Ep.2.
Ah, a lovely name for a lovely person. Ep.2, like the summer sun, a burning blaze of willpower in the long summer months and a spark of fireworks at night. Your smile is as precious as the emotion of joy, and your look emanates such as exquisite treasure found in the deep dark sea. Such a nice name. Ep.2.
Thanks. I should get going now. My friends must be looking for me.
Very well then, dear Ep.2. I bid you adieu. May our paths be intertwined. And please consider joining theater.
Oh, all right. Thanks. I walked back inside once the line shortened a bit and kept a lookout for some of my newfound friends. After taking some time to grab some dinner in the long line, I nervously glanced around to see if I could find any familiar faces. I see Ribus, that one Daphne girl, Makia, and Mirika. But all of the tables they're at are full. Darn. Maybe I could sit outside and eat or something. It did seem pretty nice outside. Let's see if there are any spots I can sit at.
I told you not to mess with the plants in this school.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Really. I just got a little curious is all.
Huh? What's going on?
Really, it was my fault.
Your fault. What did you do?
I was just checking to see if this one plant in the school was real or not. Then that kinda led to her inspecting almost all of the other plants in the school.
And who's this? Another one of your accomplices? How many new students here are trying to mess up this school's property?
What should I say? Oh, I'm just a friend of theirs. I'm sure they weren't doing anything that bad. Knowing Sabia, I'm sure she just got a little curious. She probably tried to not make a mess, but it happened to when you saw.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sure I overacted a bit. You kids just seem like you're genuinely curious and behave most of the time from what I've seen. It's just that I've been seeing graffiti and destruction of school property from some students who I haven't been able to find. I'm just poor old janitor Sadum trying to make a living with this job here. It's a big school and one guy cleaning it all.
Whoa. Oh, that makes sense now.
So that's why you reacted that way.
Sorry, kids. As long as you weren't leaving a big mess, then I guess your intentions were acceptable.
Phew! Nice!
That's a relief.
Well, you kids better get some dinner or start eating soon. The cafe line is gonna be closed soon.
Huh? Oh, right. I looked down to notice that I was still holding on to a tray full of food during this whole encounter. Floss and Sabia then seriously looked at each other.
You know what we need to do, Floss?
Right.
Not all kids are bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm off to further investigate who the culprits might be. Let your old friendly janitor Salem and the school know if you spot any students doing illegal activities. I'll be the first one to stop them once and for all.
Yeah, definitely. I waited for Floss and Sabia to finish getting their plates. Sabia kept stopping every few selections and turning to smile and wave at me like a child excited to tell their parents something. What's she doing? What a silly girl. Floss, on the other hand, was really focused on what they should grab and smiled kindly to the time Sabia energetically pointed at some dishes that looked delicious. Sometimes I think Floss is too nice. I hope no one has taken advantage of their kindness or will in the future. Man, I'm really hungry.
Finally here!
Me too.
Then let's go find a place to sit and eat.
Yeah! I'm so hungry!
After that whole janitor fiasco and waiting, the three of us managed to find a bench outside near the dorm buildings. The temperature outside was just right, and there was a soft occasional breeze that carried the scent of fresh grass. Not to mention, the food was pretty great too. So, where's Iris?
Oh, she kind of ran off with the band students from the extracurricular showcase thing earlier.
Yeah, you should have been there to see her face when they got to the band section. Their eyes got so wide. It was really cute.
Aw, wish I could have been there to see her reaction. From the amount of time it's been, I'm sure she's really interested in it.
For sure.
By the way, I didn't see you all when I got to the club fair out front.
Well, the three of us went through it when it was still pretty early. Once it got really busy, we booked it out of there.
Yeah, a sudden rush of people started making it out of the doors. It got crowded real quick.
Yeah, when I went out to look at everything, each section was packed full of students.
Whoa.
Hey, I mean, we did see a few clubs that were interesting. I signed up for the gardening club.
Right! I also got to taste a cupcake or two. I think I might get involved in the baking club.
So you can have more free cupcakes?
It's a good plan though. I take the time to bake, and in turn I get to try free desserts. Oh, and some from others too.
True.
So, did you find anything that intrigued you, Ep.2?
There were a lot of really cool things, but to be honest, not really.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right, and who knows? Maybe we can make a club or something later this year.
Ooh. That sounds like it would be fun.
Right?
I'd be down for that. Not too sure how forming a club works here, but yeah.
Nice.
We continued to chat and chat. We talked about how our first classes went, the group argument between that one Felicia girl and Ribus, Sadam the janitor guy, and much more. And before we knew it, time flew by way too quickly. The lights from the dorm buildings gave off such a comfortable late night vibe outside. Despite the lowering temperatures and chilling breeze, I still felt warm while talking to the two.
And that was how I lost my 2 front teeth at an early age.
Whoa.
That must have hurt a lot. But at least you still had a fun trip.
Absolutely. Though it hurt a lot for a while.
The sound of crickets grew as the moon rose higher and higher.
Crickets?
Yeah.
Oh wow, it's already this late?
Huh. I didn't really notice.
We should probably head to our dorm room soon.
Definitely.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is scary.
Yeah, it is. What was that?
Could it be the hash-slinging slasher?
Huh?
You two...
Huh?
What is it, Etium?
Well...
Is it something scary?
Hey!
Now I'm worried.
Hey, you two?
Floss, I guess it's over for us then.
Life's too short.
We didn't have enough time.
What in the world are they going off about?
I didn't even get to try those soda-flavored Pop-Tarts yet. Life's so unfair.
Yeah, it is, Sabia.
Hey?
Yeah, it is.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Floss.
You too, Sabia.
Well, see you wherever we go after this.
Hey,
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt you all, but...
What in the world are you all crying about? Did I miss something? Don't leave me out of this.
Huh? Are we dead already?
Is this what the afterlife looks like? It looks exactly the same.
They're so weird.
Oh, I don't want to be stuck in some scary dorm hallway for the rest of eternity.
Hey, can you all just stop for a moment and look?
Huh?
Huh?
Seriously, you two?
It's Iris!
Yeah, it's me, Iris. Why are you all out here super late and where have you been?
We thought you were some scary ghost out to kill us.
I'm so glad it was just Iris. Now I still have time to try out those weird Pop-Tart flavors.
Took long enough. What were you doing here at the dorm building? We didn't see you earlier while we were eating outside.
Oh, I just talked with the band kids for a while, then eventually chilled out this one dorm room a few floors away from ours. There were a few students showing off their instrumentals and stuff, which was cool. Later, I just went out of our dorm to see where in the world you all were at. Then I saw Floss and Sabia crying it out. I was so confused at that moment.
Anyways, though, it's getting really late, so we should get ready for bed soon.
Right.
Let's go, Sabia.
Floss, you ready?
Yeah.
Floss and I quickly got settled for the night. Floss grabbed another book to read, and I got comfortably in bed.
Night, Etium.
Night. As I slowly closed my eyes to drift off into a peaceful slumber, I couldn't help but have a slight sinking feeling in the back of my head. But what could it be? Hold up. I still have that one assignment to finish. Drats. Oh well, I can wait for the morning.
I'm Blue Jay, and I'm the wonderful voice for the bubbly character Sabia. I hope you all enjoyed the second episode of the series.
Hey, I'm Mythamelion, the voice actor behind Iris. A lot sure has happened in this episode. What do you think, Floss?
Huh? Oh, hello there. I'm Destiny, the voice of Floss. And yeah, a lot did happen. Arguments ensued, clubs were introduced, and Etium got hit in the head with a paper airplane.
I almost forgot about that. Despite tough outer appearances, looks can be deceiving.
They sure can. And there's still more faces to meet in the next few episodes.
And even more conflicts are waiting for us. But I'm sure we'll be fine.
Oh, it looks like we're about out of time for this end segment.
Aw, already?
Yeah, at least you have time to try out those strange flavored Pop-Tarts now.
Oh, you're right. I better get going.
No surprise there.
Stay on the lookout for the next episode, A Frightful Snack.
Until then, see ya.
See ya.
See ya!